Man, I ain't seen a stellar all-star black cast like this since Soul Plane. This is amazing.
Don't say that.
Oh, come on. Since Roots, baby.
What? No.
Why would you even bring Soul Plane into the same conversation with Dreamgirls? It couldn't have been more opposite movies.
Damn, Leon, it's a joke, man.
Don't even joke about that. Soul Plane? Puh.
I just want to sit back and watch this racial thing play out with you guys at this point. This could be very entertaining.
No. You're right. We're playing into the white man's hands. Okay, let's just talk about the movie.
I know, brother. This black on black crime has got to stop, Leon. Come on. Let the white folks have a word right here. They're peaceful, good-loving folks.
Well, this is so much better than I ever could have dreamed it would have been because, well, it's got a bunch of black people in it. And so you just assumed, a bunch of mugging and tap dancing and, yes, massa, how can I help you? Make this funny.
Except Will Smith isn't anywhere near this movie.
That's true. Will Smith isn't in this. So I should have known right from the start that this was actually going to be a movie about real black people. As opposed to people who must have gotten cosmetic surgery to fill a niche.
I'm tired of y'all making fun of Will Smith, all right? He's a good black man. He's doing positive things.
He is the best white man there is in Hollywood.
Anybody got anything to say about this movie?
Yeah, this is probably the best film I've seen all year. While, United 93 is the best heavy movie, this is the single most entertaining film I've seen this year. It actually displaced Apocalypto. I've seen it twice already, and in my mind, now look, you guys know how I felt about Apocalypto, and I was talking about how I thought it was the best film of the year. This one took its place for me.
We're all biting our lips right now.
Yeah,
out of
shaking,
out of respect,
and shaking with laughter.
And how many of you guys saw Apocalypto?
All of us.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh,
I don't need to see it.
No, it is the most entertaining film I've seen this year. I love everything about this film.
Right now, I want to come in with one of those mind weapons and just knock you upside your damn head. Bring up Apocalypto. No, Apocalypto's all right, man. You're talking about two different movies, okay?
Yeah.
And stop hitting that fucking thing right there, man. Dude. All right.
This may be the only review all year of Dreamgirls that throws Apocalypto into the review.
Apocalypto and Soul Plane. No, that's not true.
And Soul Plane, you're right. I'm sure we're the only critics saying, this is kind of like Soul Plane, except not at all.
Well, let me tell you something.
If Soul Plane were good and a musical.
Okay, now see, settle down. you stepping, both y'all excited, stepping on people's lines. I was in the middle of something.
I'm ready.
And your name is Carlisle, I'll tell you why.
Lay down the boogie.
Carlisle, actually, he was right. He came up and told me early on, he said, what if I told you that there was going to be a musical starring Danny Glover, some chick from American Idol, and Eddie Murphy? You think I was crazy.
And that kid from Fat Albert.
And, one of the guys who was in the Fat Albert movie, the live action Fat Albert movie. Yeah, I think you were kind of crazy, but no, this movie is amazing, man. I mean, it's from the guy who did Chicago. What's his name?
Well, he wrote Chicago, Bill Condon.
Yeah.
And then of course he did Gods and Monsters.
Okay.
I love Gods and Monsters.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome movie.
Same writer director.
But I had never seen the musical Dreamgirls at all. And I have to, and so a lot of these songs I'd heard in commercials and whatnot. So when I actually saw it, I was like, oh, that's where that song came from. But knowing that there was this whole great story behind it, just like wowed me, man. I mean, I was amazed by this.
Well, it's funny because I'd seen Dreamgirls on the stage, and I thought, well, this is good. It's an alternate reality version of the Supremes and James Brown, and that whole history. What if it happened this way? Sort of reality, sort of not. But when I saw it on the stage, I was like, well, I'm mildly impressed, and whatever. When I heard they were making a movie of it, I'm like, okay, good luck with that. But then to actually see this, I was like, man, I mean, let's just lay it down like it is. It's Jennifer Hudson that makes this movie the most incredible thing that you ever heard or saw. I mean, to be somebody from American Idol, a show that I never watched and had no respect for, I was beyond blown away.
I gotta both agree and disagree with you. Jennifer Hudson is spectacular, but everybody in this movie is incredible. And I think everybody's talking about Jennifer Hudson because she's like Tom Brady in the year that Drew Bledsoe ended up getting injured and came out of nowhere. And everyone's like, oh my God, this kid's incredible. He's the second string quarterback that came in and, took them to the Super Bowl. The fact of the matter is, Yeah, you're looking at me because
I
you
have
know nothing
no
about
clue.
sports.
Yeah, yeah.
nothing. But
Cyrus is over here like sports. I don't get
The
it.
point is, you've got a cast of really talented people, and she just comes out of left field and is just as incredible as everyone else, but you don't see it coming from her. From Jamie Foxx, you expect it. From Beyonce, she better because of all the hype she's been getting. And here's this woman from American Idol. It's like, what the? She's great.
You just don't like her because she's fat.
I actually absolutely love her, but I hate the fact that everybody's saying she's the best thing in it and everyone else is just all right. Everybody's great in this. Everybody's really, really great in this.
While everyone is really, really great in this, I really think she is the highest point of this, though. She stands so far above and beyond as a huge surprise in this movie. And this has come from someone, I'll the first to admit, this is no surprise to anyone in this room, that I don't have any soul in me whatsoever. You know, I mean, I'm the reverse angel here. I've got no soul at all when it comes to like this form of music. I don't know anything about Diana Ross and the Supremes. I don't know anything about James Brown, any of this stuff. And I was moved to tears by her singing in this film.
He was like
moved to tears.
He was crying
by
like
how-
a little bitch.
Yeah, she was up there like, damn, black people really talented.
I'll tell you what, I had no idea. I'm changing.
He was,
And they did it without the makeup on. It
I
was
know.
great.
You yeah, what do you need on that? What you going expecting a minstrel show or something?
No, I did. Well,
A minstrel show.
Amos and Andy, the musical.
Made him resign from the Klan.
No, but you know what I mean. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, I don't know anything about this form of music, really. I know I know the Diana Ross, like, Spin Me Round or Turn Me Round or whatever that song was she had after
Shut
she
up.
was totally over. But I don't,
stick to your mic.
yeah, I don't really know much about what was going on with this musical scene or know if I even liked it or not. And I loved it. And I know these aren't the original songs, but it all feels so genuine and authentic, and it's so moving, this whole story. You don't even realize watching it that the story is really about the Effie character until about halfway through, when there's this song that just takes you and beats you about the head and shoulders till you just are totally sold on both her character and the film in general.
Yeah, and and I have to say that you don't have to know anything about the musical. You don't have to. I'm sorry, no, not about the musical. You don't have to know anything about the history of these singers to go see this movie, because that's how good it is. I mean, the music's great, these characters are great, so you don't need that. And one other point, real quick, I got to agree with him. Jennifer Hudson does come in and steal the show, because for one thing, she was a nobody before this. And she has the biggest the biggest heart-stopping number in this movie. I mean, I thought I was back in church. I was like, hey man, I was up there fanning myself.
No, she's absolutely fantastic. I'm not arguing that.
Okay, you had a point?
Yeah, well, I was going to agree with you that you're wrong, and that she does. When she sings, it does. I mean, I felt like Cyrus, where, man, I had water welling up in my eyes and my heart pounding in my chest. And I felt like those people in church, like when they fall out and they're like, yes, Lord, whoa, Jesus. I know. I was like, now I understand. I was like, man, if I saw her live, I couldn't take it. I would have just broke down completely. Cyrus, don't say you don't know anything about Motown music, because every white guy corporate party I've been to, they get a cover band that at one point plays Motown, because old white guys have to go like, that's the music I grew up with. And you're thinking, you a goddamn lie.
Yeah, I love it when you get the dude in the back room dressed up in a three-piece suit, got the hot wife, and he's like, oh, I got the blues now. Shut your goddamn ass up.
You see, we always hear this stuff through cover bands. So as far as I knew, I heard it from the grapevine was by Jeff Lynne. I don't know any better. It's always a bunch of white guys covering these songs. So I thought it was the California Raisins.
Hell, Hooked on a Feeling was done best by Blue Sweet.
Yeah, say it again. Say, I thought most of these songs were done by the California Raisins. Say that.
I thought most of these songs were done by the California Raisins.
Like that was a real band. I'd have slapped the hell out of you right
They
now.
were. I had their album.
Hey, they were as real as the Monkees.
No, probably more.
Hey, but they were black, I could tell from the...
Yeah, black like Rick Astley.
Yeah, but I tell you, Jennifer Hudson brought her big ass out of nowhere. I mean, she's sexy too. Like I admit, I like bony girls, but damn, that girl, it's true. A voice can move you, because by the end of her song, I had my drawers off, just ready to pounce.
You do that anyway.
Yeah, I do. No matter what, I do that if you were singing that shit.
But at the same time, though, you're like, this. If you try and put her character in the perspective of the real world, this is one of these girls like